Hello, and welcome to the beginning of my stream. I am, of course, Digital Garden. This is my YouTube channel. And I'm still in the process of making sure everything works. I have an Ableton project here. We just got to make sure the sound comes through. Alright, we're doing well so far. I'm seeing movement here. That is good. That is very good. We will now go ahead and share the live stream link right now. Just to get people showing up. Alright, it'll only take a moment. Holy crap. My latest video just hit 258 views. That's insane. Okay. We're going to get a shareable link. I would prefer that to an unshareable link, of course, and then we're going to all right, just a minute ago someone said, let me know when you're streaming, and now I'm streaming, so caught me at the perfect time. I pretty much just started, I think, by the time you texted me, so let's just paste this shareable link into the live streams channel. This is for one of the servers that I'm very involved in. We'll write some subtext here. Come hang out with me on my YouTube. Yeah, let's add an exclamation mark. Make it encouraging. Why not? Okay, so everything's looking pretty good. I should be able to see people show up on my on the chat box here on the right. This is going okay. I'm tempted to keep testing the audio from the computer because I feel like it could freeze at any moment, and I won't know when. But I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing just fine. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at this bad boy. So this is a track of mine by the name Dream Corner. You can see here. I released this along with an entire album onto SoundCloud, kind of exclusively onto SoundCloud, late last year. The album is called Unleash. I forget exactly when this might have been on like in October. That'd be my guess. I don't know, but it was definitely like an unofficial album, just like a set of 10 tracks that I was very happy with and wanted to share with folks. But yeah, this track in particular. The origin of this was much earlier in the year. I want to say it was March when I started working on this one. So I guess I got it done pretty quickly. I mean, I know some producers take years to finish a song. I'm very different. This was definitely one of those projects. Like the album this is on is one of those projects where I didn't put too much thought into perfectionism. I think I just wanted to execute an idea and make it sound decent enough, and then I was able to get a lot done that year because that was the majority of what I was doing was that. So as we can see here, we have just a ton of tracks, up to 25. Am I using all of these? No, I'm not using this one. This one's empty. What other ones are empty? That is the only empty one. I guess this must have been a backup thing. But yeah, we have a lot of grand pianos, as we can see here. I was messing around with grand pianos, that's for sure. I want to figure out how to get the. I want to see this chat box as I am. Wait, I have an idea. There we go. So this could work. Only problem is if I'm going to be using Ableton, I'm not going to be able to see that. So also that's going to keep happening. So Yeah, no, this is interesting. Yeah, I'll be honest. I've not done a live stream quite like this, so I'm still figuring out all the things that go into it. It might honestly be wise to just kind of, yeah. If I were to do that, then it'd be more likely that I could see. Oh, wait. Okay, that's not helpful at all. Because if I click on this, then that goes away. So this will never be independent. Won't be able to see the chat. I'm not sure what you're asking, Cedar. I'm sorry. But thanks for being here. I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad someone's here. Yeah, no, I'm still very much figuring stuff out right now. But well, hopefully you can see. Hopefully you can see Ableton. Yeah, it looks like you can. Yeah, looks like you'd be able to see this. I might have an idea though. I might have an idea because at the moment I've not figured out a way to keep the chat box around. However, I might find a way to cheat this. It doesn't seem like it would be the most professional way, but I'll what if I just tuned in to my own live stream? Then I could see the chat. That could be fun. I have no idea if it'll go well. This is, you have to bear with me. This is me being very amateur about all of this, and this is because I'm very new. I'm very new to the whole live streaming thing. The last stream that I did, I was literally streaming myself watching someone else's stream, and it was that was a lot easier to do because I didn't have too much to worry about, because it's not like I had any high priorities that I was taking very seriously. I was just kind of like hanging out. But yeah, this is very different, and well, as much as I would love to see. Hang on a second. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can even see on my phone the live stream that I'm currently streaming right now. Well, that's too bad. And I'm on YouTube Studio as well. Okay, well, let's. Yeah, I'm just messing about here. Don't worry about me. I'm just figuring everything out right now. Haven't quite gotten it all down. The app is called Ableton, and you can't see the chat. Yeah. Okay. So you're seeing. Yeah, so you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing. That's very good. I'm glad to hear. You can see Ableton. That is correct. But the chat box that I'm using right now, that I'm looking at, it is part of OBS, which is what I'm using to stream. So it is a pop-up within OBS, which is very convenient. The only problem is I cannot have it around and also use Ableton. Not even if I create space to be able to look at it. Won't be able to see the chat. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Thank you for thank you for bringing your your punniness into the into the stream tonight. I do appreciate that. I'm sorry that I missed the joke. Yeah, I just assumed that you were concerned for me, and I do apologize. The thing is, I just am concerned because I want this to work, and it's not working the way that I expected it to. Actually, I thought no. This will be fine. Yeah, this will be fine because this won't affect the stream. This will not affect the stream. I'm not assuming it will anyway, and then I could still wait. No, that won't work either. Also. Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, the problem with that is it's just going to go away anyway. Like, the whole thing is just... Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why it wants to do that. It just. Yeah, because this chat box does not become visible at all when you click away from OBS. It just disappears. Oh, that is messed up. I thought it was going to be so much easier. I thought it was going to be so much easier than that. But they actually make it hard to even do that. So, like, what's the right way? What is the right way to do things? All right. Well, at least the stream works. We know the stream works. We can see in just about every way that the stream works. Is the right way to do things. And I think you can hear, like right now, you can hear me talking. Well, at least the stream works. We know this, which is nice. It's cool. It's cool. I had a lot of fun with that in a previous stream. I just kept myself on loop or whatever. I just kept talking over myself, and the loop grew and grew and grew. So yeah, that's kind of fun until it gets too loud and too chaotic, in which case it's not as fun. Tell you what, I have a friend who just texted me actually. Getting on. Okay, awesome. Yeah. I was thinking about sending the link directly to her because I know she wanted to attend. But yeah, I have it here. More people can check it out. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. Hello, SG87. Good to see you. So for the moment, it looks like I'll only be able to check the chat periodically. I'll have to go back and forth between the Ableton window I have open and this because I can't see both right now. Like OBS just does not let me do that. Maybe there's a way to configure OBS to let me do it. I haven't figured it out though because I assumed that wouldn't be a problem. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about music because I think that would be more interesting than me trying to work out a technical issue while some people are potentially watching me, right now in the moment in the live stream. So yeah, I'll have to work out issues in the future. Okay, I'm seeing stuff. I wonder if I should be concerned about this. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see what else goes wrong. I know that I have not a lot of disk space left on my laptop at the moment, but I decided to stream anyway. Yeah, I'll have to. It's always okay. Quick tangent, and then we'll get to the music. It's always a chore to have to figure out like what the next things to remove from my laptop are to create more space for more things. It won't be as hard though, thankfully, because I do have a pretty good jump drive that I have been saving a lot of stuff in lately, so I could just move more stuff into it. So that'll be something that I do later. I don't think it'll be too hard this time around. But yeah, it's always, for as long as I can remember, it's been a chore to just kind of make sure I have more disk space because I never know what to get rid of. So that might be, TMI. Doesn't matter. Well, maybe not that much. Okay, let's get to the music now. I'm sure people would love to hear about the music that I have here, that I'm here to talk about. So I want to talk about my track Dream Corner. I'm talking about it because very recently my good friend Kate made a video for this track, and it's on her channel. You can find it. I'll link to it in the description. But yeah, her channel name is Susan Haywards, and she made a video for this track. Really cool, and it's getting love. I think it's already passed the 300 view mark, which is really nice to know and very flattering. So I'll take you guys through the song itself. So it starts out with some percussion here, and I recorded this myself. Let's take a look at some of these isolated. So I don't know exactly what this is. It could be me tapping on my knees like that, or clapping. I don't know if it's I don't know if it is clapping. It's a bit light. I could be tapping on something. But yeah, it is me making that noise. I recorded it myself. It might have been either with my phone, or I might have plugged a microphone in to do this. I'm assuming that at the time I was using a microphone for some things. But I'm not using that same microphone now. I don't think I lost it. I might have just misplaced it. I'm not sure where it would be, but no matter. Phone microphones have gotten really good, so I just kind of use that. I use the one on my phone to record things. This is also something I recorded. It's pretty similar. You can already kind of tell that it's similar. Let's see what it is, though. Okay. This feels more like clapping to me. I was probably doing that. Yeah. Compared to this. That sounds more like tapping. This somehow sounds more like clapping. I don't know why. It's very subtle, but like I think there's a difference. I think I was trying out different like body percussions to kind of clash with each other. Yeah, it's always nice to have variety of that sort. And this would be I'm assuming this is a bottle, like a plastic bottle that I was tapping a rhythm onto with my fingers. Yeah. So there's like a hollow, empty plastic bottle that I had at the time. All right, and then I think the only other thing here is this kick drum, which is just one of Ableton's kick drum sounds. Kick 90s 3. So yeah, pretty simple. Not too much going on. Just like every half a measure, it pops up. All right, so you put that all together and you get the intro. Let's see how the chat's doing. Oh my word. Hello, Susan Haywards is here. She sounds smelly. Oh, hi, Susan. Are you talking about Susan? Susan sounds smelly? Oh, crap. I didn't realize I kept going. I should have known. I pressed play and then left. You guys, I'm sorry. Again, I am still inexperienced. Also, but you know, it doesn't matter. I'll let music play and we can talk about stuff either way. It doesn't matter. But yeah, So after about 8 measures of this, it's all the same stuff. We start to add more things. Like we add our first like chords and like melodic stuff. We have here a choral vocal sample. So yeah, bit of chops to get it sounding exactly how I wanted it to. I must have envisioned some sort of chord progression that and then this order of things worked out for me in that sense. And I have the same sequence, but chopped up very, very rhythmically, and it sounds like this. So yeah, I went in and manually chopped all of these to kind of, to kind of be all these sizes. And when I'm doing this, I'm really trying to picture in my head what I find to be potentially catchy, like any kind of percussion thing. So like ba 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 ba, something very very kind of engaging, very very active. And so it wasn't too hard to figure out like what would be catchy for this, especially for the tempo that's in. This is a slower song, so it wouldn't be too jarring. All these chops. There's enough space, between every chop here. But yeah, my favorite part is taking this and combining it with the untouched sample sequence, as far as like chopping it goes. Technically, you could say that this is chopped, but it's all like, it's all stuck together. It's still very legato, I guess, and this would be more staccato, if you know music theory. So putting this together, it sounds kind of cool. So it's like it's popping up, but it's still present, you know? So put that all together with the beat, you get that. So that's that. If anyone has any questions, then I can answer some questions. The thing about questions is I will have to break from Ableton in order to answer these questions. Yeah, but no worries. You can ask me some questions and I can answer some questions. I will say though, I'm not the most knowledgeable producer. I have a very DIY approach. Yeah, it would be cool to teach this kind of stuff, but I wouldn't be able to explain things very well. I just kind of know things, and some of the time it's not even about knowing. It's just some things just feel right, you know. But yeah, I will attempt to answer anything that people are wondering about. But until then, I'll keep on explaining things. We have okay. So after this, we have a bass line that comes up. So this is one of Ableton's MIDI basses. I'll show you the isolated bass line that I wrote. So this bass line comes in two forms. You have this one here in the first half, which is, not very many notes. And then it gets a little more rhythmic. But it's the same it's the same notes that I use and a couple of others, that are filler. So yeah. Those are the two halves of this of the bass line in this section. There's not too much else going on in here, actually. We bring in the beat, we bring in the vocal sample, and then we bring in the bass. And there's not much else going on here. It's just this. This just happens. We just let this happen. And it's a pretty good moment, It's a pretty nice moment. I like, that we sort of take our time here, introducing things. It's about, let's see here, about 20 measures, because we're not including this. At the time that I started working on this, I must have had I actually don't know why I decided to make the intro longer at one point, because this always seemed to me like the perfect length. Maybe I was experimenting with another intro. Maybe I'm not exactly sure. Oh, interesting. But yeah, we have about 8 measures of this. We have 4 measures of this with the vocals, and then we have 8 more measures of this with the vocals and the bass. So that's pretty good amount of time to be familiarized with the elements that you're hearing. It's a good 20 measures of stuff. All right. Susan Haywards asks, how long did you work on this? And SG87 also says there's too much stream delay. Yeah. So okay. So there may be an issue. There may be an issue afoot. Also, this is still working. Okay, good. I had not checked in a while, and I was getting anxious. Well, I'm sorry that there's stream delay. I will say I've not done this enough times to prepare for stream delay completely, and I apologize. I just hope the music comes through, And I've done plenty of video tests. I've recorded stuff, and I recorded videos in stream just to test things out, and things have sounded okay. But yeah, I'm sorry that there is a delay going on. I wish I could do something about that now. I'm not quite sure what that is that I should do. Anyway, I will hopefully get better and better at this, and maybe you won't have to worry about it in the future. But yeah, how long did you work on this? Is a very good question. So I think I started Dream Corner. Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I feel like, in general, it's safe to assume that there are things I could do better. So that's probably why I was saying, oh, yeah, might just be something I don't know about that I could fix. But if it's a regional thing, then yeah, that does suck. Hopefully for other people, it's not been too bad. I've not gotten complaints from other people. Anyway, I'm rambling. I should say, I think it was March of last year when I started Dream Corner, and then I finished it pretty close to when I released the album, the Unleash album on SoundCloud, where that track appears in. And that I do really want to say it could have been either October or November. Definitely like close to the end of the year for sure. Okay, okay, on Susan's end, on Kate's end, I'm fine. Okay. Cool. All right, so you're hearing everything. You're hearing all of the things that I say and do. Great. So yeah, so let's see here. March into November. So that would have been this is not one of those times I want to be bad at math. But it's like could have been 7 or 8 months or something. Keep in mind, this would include like a lot of time spent away from it to focus on other projects. So I would find myself returning back to it sometime later. So it wouldn't have been a total of that many months, but like it took that many months for me to release it, and I guess to finish it from starting it. So, but yeah. But it's still nice because I know there are a lot of musicians who take longer with a single song, let alone a single project. But yeah, that's the timeline of Dream Corner, and other tracks have seen similar timelines. There are a lot of things that I start and put off until I know that it's the right time to showcase them. And for this, I knew I wanted to showcase it when I was getting ready to put together the Unleash album. So, back to this. We've listened to the introduction. I'm going to call it the A section. It holds up as its own special section. So, when we get to the end of this, oh, okay, sorry about that. Okay, we're back. Yeah, must have malfunctioned for a little bit, but no worries. So now we've reached the beginning of the B section. So this particular sequence here kind of carries the B section. I have more. There's more repetition. I will say that. But this is fun because I actually reversed the sample here. Yeah, this part is not reversed. It's still in forward motion. But this part, you can kind of tell that it's reversed a little bit. But yeah, this kind of carries the B section. Like I said, this is the chord progression of this section, much like this was the chord progression of this section. Basically, this sample is where I got the chords for this entire song from. It was the fundamental building block. I will say this is my favorite instance of getting a chord progression together because I did end up doing a lot more later in the song in this section. Like right here, you see a bunch more stuff happen, more things come together. So yeah. Very, very excited about this. Was before, am today, and then I have the same bass comes back to do some more stuff underneath, some more rhythms. This is more staccato the first half, and then the second half is more longer held notes. But yeah, it's pretty much the same over and over. All right. I will check occasionally to see if everything is still working up. Okay. Yeah, so you've heard that enough isolated. So yeah, we have this makes a comeback. Yeah, so all this percussion, this is all the same, but I do add more percussion. Oh, again, the kick drum too. The kick drum is still around. Yeah, I add more percussion. I have, let's see here. This is called Shaker Nobody. This must be like one of Ableton's shaker sounds. Okay, I use automation actually to bring this up from just to fade it in. That's what I meant. So yeah, I created a little rhythm with this, and let's see. I know I have other percussion in here too. I have this is actually a recording that I made on my phone called Slightly Bigger Box of Legos. I was shaking around a couple of boxes of Legos I had in my room. I started with the small one, and then I went into the bigger one. And so that's why this one's called Slightly Bigger Box. I don't know if I ever used the small box of Legos in a track yet. If I haven't, I should. Oh yeah, let's hear this in isolation. So yeah, you can kind of hear the ba 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 ba. So that's pretty much all that is, and then I have some bottle noises as well that show up every couple of measures. And for this, I actually added reverb to it. I don't think there's much. I don't think there are many effects going on in any of the other percussions, apart from taking away low frequencies or any kind of frequencies and messing with the auto filter. That's definitely something I enjoy. Channel EQ, I love working with this. It's like an easier way to use an auto filter, in my opinion. But yeah, this particular percussion does include reverb, which is nice. The original recording doesn't, but I think I'm glad that I can record things that don't already come with reverb, so that I can apply reverb and say that, oh yeah, I did that. But enough about that. We also have, let's see here. We have another sample sequence and one above it that I tested out first that didn't go as well. So yeah, let's listen to this. This will actually show up on the sort of like left ear. And then I have something else that shows up on the right ear that I'll get to later. Before that, works well here. Love to hear it. Love to see it. Love to see your comment saying that. Okay, so we will. I believe this. I believe there's also a fade in here. You can see automation kind of moving upwards. So this is another choral thing. It's pitched down quite a bit. And there's not a lot of high frequency. Yeah. Mid frequency turned all the way up, low also turned all the way down. So that's fun. And on the right ear, while that is happening, we are getting all the way up. Okay, there it is. We are getting this this fun little MIDI instrument, a Celesta sustained. And these are chords that I played myself. So it's pretty much the exact same rhythm. It follows the same chordings. And I actually started with this, and then I wanted to use a sample to kind of like support that. And then I thought it'd be cool to have both of them play together, but on different ears. So together, they sound like that. Which I thought was pretty cool. And keep in mind, the other vocal sample I showed you before is still happening. Oh yeah, another really fun thing I do with the Celesta is I added a sort of like reverse reverb. I must have gotten this on its own, added a ton of reverb, and then converted that to audio and then reversed it so that we could get a nice little effect where it comes in all dramatically like that. So that is something that this does. All right, let's hear all of this together with everything else that we heard in the previous section. Let's go where the Celesta comes in, because that's where everything sort of hangs out. So yeah, I like to think it's pretty simple when you break it down. All right, now we're coming into this section, which is kind of similar but different. It's the same chords and some of the same sounds that we're still hearing, but some stuff is taken away, including the bass line. Yeah, we have a lot of piano stuff going on here. I actually haven't looked at all of these in a while. I'm wondering what all of these even are, because they may be, because some of these might actually be the same. I'll have to see. Okay, so this is like a left-hand thing that I must have done. And I'm using the same audio clip and I'm just slowing it down because I just thought that would sound cool. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. And then this is MIDI, not audio. I'm sure all of these started out MIDI, and I made some of them into audio so I could edit the audio around. So yeah, this would be the first chord. So that's kind of fun. I want to say this is an ostinato that I'm doing. I'm not too sure if the term's correct. Real quick, I don't want to miss anything. Groovy, thank you. 13 Lucan says, I'm pretty sure that YouTube Live makes audio mono, it seems. Not sure. Okay, well that's good to know. That's good to know. Well, if that is what's coming through on your end, you're not hearing like left and right specifically. If it's all mono, well, yeah, that's very good to know. I appreciate the information there. Hopefully, you can still hear what I play though, and it doesn't become like obscure. But yeah, if you were to listen to this track on my SoundCloud or watch the Susan Hayward's video on YouTube for the song, you will more likely notice the panning. But thanks for bringing that to my attention. That does help me out for the future. Maybe I could look something up about that. Anyway, so yeah, I have this fun thing. Now let's see. I wonder if I think I'm wondering, because I have a handy dandy keyboard, like a tiny keyboard that I sometimes plug into my laptop. I might have tried to play that on this, and I'm not sure if I recorded both hands together. I might have started with one and then recorded the other over. If that's even something you could do. Actually, I don't think you can record over something in the same like in the same track. It just kind of records over everything, and you're just left with that. I'm wondering what I would have done. Maybe I just copied and pasted some stuff. I feel like I recorded one part and then copied and pasted notes to match the other. Unless at the time I was a good enough keyboardist to just pull off all of this in one go. I wonder about that. I would be very impressed by myself if I actually did do this. Yeah, because sometimes I forget the things that I come up with, and I wonder how I managed to, you know? But yeah, this is what it sounds like. And then I have this section here, which also comes with which also comes with this track, because both of these are unmuted. So Okay, this must have been the instance where I. Okay, so this was the instance where I recorded a right hand and then recorded a left hand thing in two separate tracks. So this is where I'm doing that. I wonder why I decided to do this differently. Maybe I was playing this at the same time. In which case, I'm impressed. I'm impressed that I did, because I don't know if I could do this again. Like if you maybe play this again, I'm not sure. It must have taken me like a while to get right. But yeah, I think also I'm pretty sure I only had this sequence for the piano. I didn't even have this yet. I think everything was just this for a while, and it kind of is like right at the end too. I'll spoil the end real quick. It's just this fading out. So this is kind of in a way me paying homage to how it originally was for like any instance of the piano. But no one would know that, but it still sounds good enough that it could happen somewhere in the song. So anyway, I decided, for but like before the end of the song, it'd be nice for the piano to have more variety. So I came up with this, which is nice, and then that goes into which credit where credit's due. I actually got this sort of beautiful arpeggio and harmony from an Elephant Revival song called Down to the Sea, I want to say. I hope I'm getting that right. But yeah, it is pretty much verbatim that. Susan Hayward says pretty. Thank you. I agree. I'm a fan of the pretty things in life and in music. All right, what else do we have here? We have okay, in the second instance of this whole sequence, which is the two chords, we have the reversed chords. Well, I wouldn't say it's directly. I don't know if it's like exactly the reverse version of all of this. I think I might have made some changes to make it sound more coherent. Unless I only used this. Sorry. Unless I only used this, because I was only using this anyway. Like draft when I was drafting this out at the beginning. So it might just be this. Oh yeah. And you can kind of hear where the cuts are. But since it's kind of blending in with other things in the mix, it's kind of easy not to tell that's happening. So I feel like that's how you can sort of cheat these issues as a producer. Just make things blend well. It's the same with samples. If you have a good melody in a sample, but there's also music that maybe doesn't match a certain chord in a song or a certain key in your song, in your track. If you're able to blend it just well enough that it doesn't come through, then you're doing great, and that's a fun way to cheat that sort of thing. I don't want to say cheat, but also it's you're able to avoid that, but that is still very much there. So you figured out a way. You're kind of you're clever. You're just a mastermind. Maybe a little bit mischievous, in your quest to make things sound good or sound like they work. Okay, I remember there was one other thing here that I added. Oh yeah, it was this. This is a poem by E. Cummings called "Unjust." This is from a CD that I had for one of my middle school classes. It was like a it was like an introduction to literature or something. And so yeah, this was one of the many poems that I got to read. And I have the vocal here pitched down. I wonder if I could actually play you. Yeah, let's play a little bit of this so you can get an idea of what the vibe. Actually, I say pitched down. I don't think it actually is. I think the guy's voice is just deep.
And the goat-footed balloon man whistles, far and wee.
Yeah, so that's what I used. This is, I'm sure, like right at the end of the poem, and so that just really nice vocal tones right at the end there. So I use those last three words. I'm pretty sure.
Wee. Far wee.
Yeah, far and we. I think I use those,
We.
but like not in that order, of course.
Far wee. Far wee. And
Yeah, we, far, we, and stuff. All right, so let's put that all together, shall we? I don't think I've missed anything. I think it's all just that.
wee. Far wee. Far wee. And far wee.
So sorry. This vocal sequence is still going. It's the only vocal sequence we have here right now. And then we go back to the A section here. There's not too much different about it from the last time we heard it. We have the shaker here with us now because we introduced it in the B section from before. And we have the reverse piano mix to come back. You can kind of hear it faintly. And then we're breaking from the percussion. Let me see if anyone else has said anything. No, everyone's just kind of vibing, or no one's vibing. Maybe no one's watching by this point. Let me know if you're still watching, and I'll eventually see your comment. All right, we're now going to look at an interpretation of the A section, where things are kind of the same, but we add some more fun. So we take away some stuff and we add some more fun stuff. So we have this. This is a new kick drum. This is Kick 70s one. We're taking a break from the 90s and going even further back in time. And this is punchier, I want to say, in its nature, but not as much of a low frequency situation. You can hear more low, and then here it's a bit higher than that. I think it might be how I use the auto filter. You can kind of see the peak in resonance. I think this is the resonance peak, and then frequency is kind of just around here, and not here where it would be lower. That's me trying to explain how that sort of thing would work. So yeah, we have the kick is one of the main differences, and also my favorite part about this section here is I have a bottle. I have some more bottle noises. It's the same recording from before. I had a hitting bottle with spoon instance here, 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 and here. And it comes back again later in the song, which is cool. But yeah, I decided to convert one of the hits into like a sampler. So I'm using the Ableton sampler here, and I'm basically playing different notes, generating that sound in different pitches. So without all these other effects, let's hear how it sounds. Oh, without everything else. So yeah, pretty simple. Only playing like a few notes, letting them breathe, a bit minimal. And it is minimal because I wanted to do other stuff with it. So first things first, I added a auto filter, made it a little, mellower, not too sharp, not too punchy. And then I had a lot of fun with the delay. I messed around with the automation for the delay and changed things up and had just a ton of fun. So yeah. So like shortly after a note would be hit, I would move the delay somewhere else, and then it makes those really cool sounds. Yeah, I was very giddy about this when I when I put this all together, because it just sounds so fun. So let's hear that together. I should also say I think I might have even, I added a vinyl distortion to the glitchy part of the A section vocals. Yeah, but those weren't always there. So this is off for, I think, the rest of the song, and then I use automation to turn it on for this part and this part only. So that's cool. So let's put this all together. We have the same bass from before. That hasn't changed. So yeah, all of that sounds like this. And the shaker is still around too. It takes up the almost the entirety of the second A section. And then the reverse piano comes back, and then the more legato vocal sample comes back to greet us before we go into the B section one more time. And then we have the kick drum from before greeting us, kind of taking us into the next part. And then we're back to the B section, and you may notice there are some more things. In case you didn't notice, there are some more things. Okay, let's see here. Susan's still here. Cedar says, was AFK looking at the server stuff and trying to stay awake. Haha, may need to do it all tomorrow. Impressive stuff, by the way. All right, cool. And thank you very much. Yeah, all right, cool. Hey, I'm glad that you find this impressive. I find it impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty impressed looking back at this. It's always nice to look back at your old projects and be proud of them and forget how good they are. Maybe not everyone relates to that, but I certainly do. And I've made tons and tons of stuff throughout my life. All kinds. So I can say that for just about darn near all of those things. Anywho, yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions for me right now as I am breaking down this track here. We're getting to the end of this. Not too much more I want to say about it. However, there are more samples that I added into this instance of the B section. We're at 3 minutes, so I figured, well, let's keep things exciting. Let's add more stuff. Keep the listener engaged somehow. Make it not seem too mundane by the 3rd minute. This fun fact. This is 4.5 minutes long. So yeah, quite long. Not as long as it could have been. Like anything I work on could always be longer, I suppose, if I'm inspired enough to do that. But yeah, 4.5 minutes, like that's a pretty impressive feat. So if you're going to manage that, it's good to keep things interesting. So for this section, because we would have heard the bass section once before, I thought, well, let's add something else. So what I added was this string sample, I want to say. Yeah, that sounds like strings. Mostly strings. Yeah, so we have this kind of looping over and over. Actually, no, we do not. We have these two looping over and over. Sorry, these two. This one repeating once is what's actually happening, and then this repeating, and then this repeating again. So basically, it's this section looping over and over. That's what's going on. Okay, cool. I figured out how to explain that. I'm telling you, I don't think I could ever be a good teacher. I feel like I'm just going to stumble on my words all the time. But whatever. So I think what I did was I kind of stretched it out. I think the original sample was faster. I stretched it out to kind of match the tempo of this, because those specific notes were the notes I wanted, but they were just going a bit quickly, so I stretched it out. And so you're kind of hearing a bit of a delay. And I think that's because I have it set to beats. Sometimes I'll use complex if I don't want that, that sort of sound of it, like it's like delaying or whatever. If I want it to be more like if I want it to be exactly like how it was before, but slower. then complex works for me. But you can kind of hear the difference between complex and beats. It's kind of glitching, you know. It's kind of like lagging. Lagging is what I was thinking of. I said delay, I meant lag. There's a bit of a lag there. And then this part, I believe this is done with complex, and these two are done with beats. So this is the beat instance, the beats instance, and this is the complex instance. So that's why this sounds a bit more linear, you know. And then that repeats. All right, Susan says BRB. For sure, for sure. Come back literally whenever. I say that, but I could be done very soon. Yeah, we don't have a lot left that I haven't already kind of broken down. It's because it's a lot of like returning stuff, you know, returning elements. You know, if you're going to go back to sections, you're bound to use at least one of the same elements. So here I have basically everything is back. But yeah, another difference in this instance of the B section is placements of things. So this shaker only shows up for half of this instance, whereas it's here the entire time for the first instance of the B section. So I mess around with different ways to use the same things. I believe this is all still the same. One of the bottle with spoon things is missing. It seems. I must have only wanted to use 3 for this. But yeah, everything else. Oh yeah, the poetry samples I use again right here, along with the piano that accompanied it before. But yeah, everything else is pretty similar, I will say. We'll hear this again with the brand new sample that I added. You can vaguely hear it. It just kind of hangs out. But I think if you listen closely, you can tell that there is a difference. And I do think it does complement the rest of the mix pretty well. And you can hear the piano and the vocal, the spoken vocal. Alright, and it looks like I do automation on the output for the channel EQ for this new sample sequence here. I make it softer by the time we break away from the main beat. So now we're at the outro point. Things are kind of starting to fade out and calm down a bit. We only have the bottle noise, and I believe. Oh yeah. So it does fade out, and you can actually see that here. I'm fading it out like right from the start of the outro to the end of this bit. Yeah. So it takes about 8 measures for it to completely fade into obscurity. And I believe to get to the beat of the B section, I have it come in and fade in, and that takes about 4 measures. So it's the same sample. So I think it's kind of cool that it kind of hypes us up for the beat the first time when we get to the B, and then fades us out from the second time we hear the B. Yeah, we'll just listen to this real quick and you'll see what I mean. And the shaker does the same thing. Yeah, so the shaker and the bottle cooperate to get you hyped for that bit. and then the shaker just kind of goes away completely by the time we exit the beat. Oh yeah, and I have a field recording of just like walking along ASU campus. I've done a lot of field recordings walking along ASU campus back when I was a student there at ASU, and yeah, there will usually be bells that go off in the Memorial Union area every time an hour passes. Like the clock strikes 3, they do a song. The clock strikes 4, they do a song. Well, I should say they don't always do a song, but they will like do that thing where they go bong, bong, bong. Oh, it's 3. Sometimes I would hear them do songs, and I never know when, like when it's planned that they do songs. Like, is that like, I don't know exactly how it works. I've never asked anybody, but I managed to record a song when I was just walking past, and I have it here. Oh, and another thing I should mention, I'm pretty sure I recorded this when I still had my AirPods in, so it was recording with the microphone of the AirPods, so the quality wasn't great. So it's a bit silent. The bells just kind of barely bleed through. But here they are again. But yeah, I've isolated. I don't think I've. Well, what am I trying to say? Not isolate. I'm already isolating it. I sprinkled it with some hybrid reverb, so sounds pretty cool. But yeah, this is just meant to be in the background, you know, while we're fading things out. It's just kind of, you know, just like background noise essentially. Yeah, I don't think this ever fades out. I think this just kind of keeps going and then eventually just stops. It cuts off at the end of this measure here. But yeah, the bottle's completely faded out, and then we have the same piano chords kind of looping now. And now these are both kind of automating, as you can see here. They're fading out. And then so is the reverse piano. The reverse piano is taking more time to fade out. So you'll hear that in the last few seconds, more so than the MIDI piano here. And yeah, during this part, you hear. You can hear the sound of the field recording the most because there's not as much going on. So you can hear those noises. Oh yeah, and the Celesta also fades out. Everything fades out. You know, you can absolutely make that out for yourself. Oh yeah, it's all fading out. Yeah. So yeah, the very last thing that you hear is that little bit of reverse piano catching up. You know, making its way to the obscurity. So yeah, that is Dream Corner. That is pretty much how I made the track Dream Corner. And it's all entirely on Ableton. I should mention that because I do use a mix of Logic and Ableton, and sometimes I will combine the two to make cool sounding things. Which leaves me wondering how I would break down a song that I use both for. I wonder how I'd pull that off. That could be an adventure of its own. I will check back now. Okay, Cedar says, how do you make voices go with the beat and transitions for the next part of the song? So you're asking two things here. Voices, how do you make voices go with the beat, and how do you make transitions for the next part of the song? And you also ask, do you use many piano rolls or use samples? So I use both. So sometimes I'll try to write my own like piano melodies. I grew up playing piano, you know, it's an instrument that I'm very familiar with. Sometimes I'll try and just like write my own ideas on piano that sometimes I end up using. But I do have access to a good few piano samples that just sound good from the get-go. Like the composition or whatever's being played in those sound pretty good usually, and I think, okay, well, I could see myself using these notes or this like this melody, this sequence in something. So it's really just a matter of inspiration. Like if I'm just like listening through samples and I find something that sounds all right, it doesn't matter what instrument it is. It'll be something I can use. And then, sometimes I'll try to write my own ideas, and I invite both processes to the table. So anything goes. That's how I look at it. Yeah. And then how do I make voices go with the beat? Well, Ableton I will say Ableton's great for sampling in the sense that you can always count on the handy dandy grid system. Like the more you zoom, the more divided the grid becomes. You could just add audio in any part of this at all. And I find that it's pretty easy to time audio samples to a beat if you can just kind of figure out like in which parts of the grid the beat shows up, and you can just kind of place them, wherever you see fit or wherever you hear fit. So, for instance, I know there's the spoken sample. I will say, because there is because there's this grid, I'm able to kind of tell where in the measure I am, and if I'm hearing something, I'll be able to figure out where I'd want it to go, based on hearing, based on hearing the beat enough times, or even just like hearing the metronome. Like the metronome by itself can be a big help.
We. We.
And then you can figure out, okay, if I'm wanting to hear a then I can think, okay, well, the metronome clicks here, maybe at this point, at this part here, which is like the halfway point of this, and then this will be the next time the click happens. So, yeah, the grid really does help there, and along with other things. But yeah, I owe all of my best sampling work to the Ableton grid system. It's incredible, It's one of the best things, and that's why I love Ableton for sampling. I've not been as lucky with Logic. I'm sure Logic you can sample stuff in pretty cool ways, but Ableton just made it very easy for me as a starter, and I just got really hooked on how I was able to do things right away. So if Cedar, I know that you use Ableton, so you can honestly just trust the grid. Trust the grid. It's a good grid. It's very, very easy to use in my own experience. Cedar says, because sometimes it just sounds like a cappella on top of the beat rather mixed in, if that makes sense. A cappella on top of the beat. Oh, okay. So you mean more like, okay, I think I see. You mean more like if it's spoken, it's just gonna sound like it's spoken. Not like they don't work like notes. Well, I feel like the way that I go about it, usually, like, if I know that a vocal isn't being sung, if that's not the intention of the actual vocal, I'm okay with just using it as a spoken vocal. I don't worry too much about like auto-tuning things to sound like a sung melody. I know a lot of producers will do that, and they're great at making that work. But it was never a necessity of mine. Sometimes I like hearing people talking in some of my beats. But yeah, at the same time, I'll use sung vocals and I'll know how to work with those. Because there's already a melody there. I can chop up that melody to make more melodies. If that's what you meant, because I would hope to, I'd hope to not misunderstand you a second time. Like a cappella on top of the beat rather than mixed in. I guess a cappella on top of the beat. Yeah, maybe I did misunderstand you, because a cappella doesn't exactly mean like not singing. That wouldn't be the term. All right, I must have gotten confused. Yep, thanks. Okay, well, I'm glad that you I'm glad that you were happy with my responses. Your other question was how do I make transitions for the next part of the song? So transitions don't always come easily. I feel like sections come more easily than transitions do. But yeah, I think in my own experience, it comes from like a motivation to hype up an upcoming section. And if I feel like it deserves to be hyped, then uh, I'll figure out a way to bring us there in an exciting way. But sometimes, and honestly, it's valid if you do this. You could just go from one source to another and not even worry about a transition, because it'll still very much happen. Like technically, a transition is still in effect. You're going from one thing to another thing. But yeah, sometimes I'll do simple things like, well, like the easiest thing you could do is like take away a beat like right at the end of your section, like in the last measure, or take away some elements, or just kind of fade them out and then immediately bring them back in for the next section. Or sometimes you can do one of the things I was showcasing earlier, which is like reverse a reverbed sound, and then boom, we're there. Or you could add like a sound effect, yeah, you could add a sound effect too. I've grown very fond of like breathing noises, which they just sound really neat to me. Like hearing like an inhale, like, and then going into something that's a pretty good transition. If you're doing like plunderphonics or something, I would recommend trying that. Because I feel like that has a good effect on on something being hyped. I don't know why. I think it's just like it's a human sound. It makes the whole thing feel human, and I think that's the kind of thing that I like. I try to make my stuff sound human, and that's why I enjoy using like choral samples, like you heard, like voices saying things, But yeah, hopefully you're happy with those answers, and if you have any more questions, let me know. But yeah, I think yeah, I don't have much else. I don't have much else to say. Otherwise, I've broken down, I think, the entirety of Dream Corner. I'm not too sure if I've missed anything. Yeah, if I missed anything, it may not be too important. But yeah. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, 25 tracks of things. One that I'm not using, but one that I must have tested stuff out with. I don't feel the need to remove this. It could be important. It could even be something I recycle for something in the future. I'm very optimistic about recycling things that I come up with. From like actual sequences that I make to plugin setups like this. Which, let's see what this even sounds like. Okay, this might be, I don't know. This could just be exactly like this one. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, they're all the same. Okay, well now I'm not too sure why I still have this. It doesn't seem like I need it. Anyway, that was Dream Corner. Yeah, that was my original tune called Dream Corner. You can listen to this on SoundCloud. It is on my Unleash album. If you like this, I'm sure you may like a few other tracks from that album in particular, because yeah, that whole album kind of showcases like a specific side of music, that I enjoy, that I myself am inspired by. A lot more sampling is done there, a lot more. I will say, I want to say like plunderphonics. I don't know if it is necessarily that, but like I like to think it's adjacent. But yeah, that would be my recommendation. Hey, Jackson's here. Hey, Jackson. Play from the start. Okay, we will listen to this entire song together on the stream. Why not? All right, folks. This is Dream Corner by me. Enjoy. I will turn off the metronome. The metronome is not part of this. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. Let's do this. All right, we'll have a little dance party. Hope everybody can still hear it okay. Hey, Jackson, it's good to have you here. Thanks for hanging out. Cedar says, I maybe missed the start. What's the vocals from? Do you mean the vocals that I introduced in the start of the song? What are they from? That's a good question. I'll be honest. The CD that I got some of these samples from have all the tracks incorrectly titled, because they were part of a compilation of CDs, and the titles must have been from a different CD. So it's weird. But yeah, the name of the sample, as I know it, is not actually the name of the piece. So it's a bit unfortunate. I'd love to know one day, what I've been sampling. But yeah, apparently the name of this sample, well, actually no, I renamed this box so you can't really see it, but it was called Hoedown or something. Like it was like a Hoedown piece, but yeah, it's absolutely not a hoedown whatsoever. It's a very sentimental 3-piece like choral thing. So all right, let's welcome Susan Hayward's back, everyone. Metronome is the best part. You know what? It might be. Should we bring that back? Should we bring the metronome back? That's not so bad. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Oh yeah. Sorry, you couldn't see it. This is where we are now. We got all this stuff. All this stuff, towering stuff. Yeah. So yeah, this is it. And you can also watch the video for this track on Susan Hayward's YouTube channel. She made a video for this. I like it. It's really good. Cool. So yeah, and then it fades out. All right, cool. We'll stop it here. I have a looper on, I guess. I think the reason was because I wanted to export only this, and so being able to selecting this allows me to do that. I guess also doing this, but that's a bit more of a hassle. Anyway, I guess we don't need it on. Cedar asked something. When you dropping the Susan Hayward's track, we'll keep bugging you so you do it. Haha. Do you mean, if you mean this track, because I did say that Susan Hayward's, aka my friend Kate, made a video for this. this song is already out. I released it last year. I commissioned Kate to make a video for the track because I thought that would be cool. But yeah, this track in particular, it is out. I released it on, I want to say either October or November of last year. It sucks to not remember when you posted an album to SoundCloud. However, yeah, you can check it out. I could even send you a link personally, you know? Track is great. I love the samples. Thank you so much. I do too. This was a really fun one to work on. All right. Kate says, I'm actually going to be doing that this weekend and next week since I don't have anything else to do, but I'm going to try. Show them the vid. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can play the vid on stream too. I don't know why I didn't think of that, because that is a very, very good idea. Yeah, Cedar says do it. Okay, yeah. That's a great idea, actually. We can watch the video together on stream. I would not mind. Let's go to... Well, we could just go to YouTube. We don't have to go to my channel. But that's how I get to... That's one way to get to where I want to go. All right. Coolio. Let's go all the way down here. Have I gone too far back? I have. It's just here. 355 views on this one, which is awesome. I love that people are liking it. And I also like it. Was this the video that you were talking about? Because I hope so. I hope so. Anyway, I'll keep playing it. I'll keep playing it until someone tells me to stop. But yeah, this was the video that Kate made for the track we just listened to. And I'm a fan of her style. I like the colors she uses. I like the clips that she uses. A lot of old movies and some modern stuff. I want to say she used some footage from stuff that she filmed herself back in film school. I want to say. Because I could be wrong. I could always be wrong about everything I say, about everything I talk about. Oh. By the way, Kate, if you're still watching, this is, over here, this is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I guess it's just popped up here. But yeah, this is what I was talking to you about before. For context, I was showing Kate a new work in progress that I called Queen Izzard and the Scissored Blizzard, which was inspired by the band King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. So, I guess they're live streaming too. I guess they're playing a show and live streaming that. And I'm just below them here, which is cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like the way that Kate contrasts black and white stuff with color stuff. Like, that's fascinating. I never really think to do that. Like I dabble in video editing. Like, I make my own visualizers sometimes. I never think to do that. Also, this part is incredible. All the just all the action going on here is great. I hate to break away from the video, but it's the only way I can check comments. This is just all her I'm the Clips Kappa. Sorry, again, I'm not too sure what you're saying. This is just all her I'm the Clips Kappa. Oh, yeah, I apologize. I'm not quite sure what it's in reference to, what you're saying. Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. I like this. Yeah, you'll notice a lot of Darcy Shaw in in most of Kate's work. I think she does a great job with the Darcy Shaw clips. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah. 28 people, including myself, have liked this. That's nice. Not a lot of I'm the only person who commented on this, and Kate replied. That's too bad. That's too bad. Well, I mean, I'm not, like, upset about it. It's just... Like 27 other people liked it, but they didn't, you know... I guess they didn't want to say anything. There was nothing to say. But I think there's a lot you can say about this video. It's incredible. I love the motions it goes through. You know, I love the changes that happen. It's so cool. It's so, Kate, it's so cool how your mind works. How you think of these things. It's lovely. Oh yeah, this part's fun too. The whirly. Yeah, so that was the video for Dream Corner. And by now I'm sure you've had enough Dream Corner. But yeah, we've seen the Ableton project. We've this is different. We've seen the Ableton project. We've seen the video. We've seen a lot. Okay. Oh, it's okay, Cedar. You are fine. You are fine. I just want to make sure that I understand people, you know. But yeah, it's cool. Yeah, you're right. Kate, you're right. Heartbreaking Men does have more comments. I could do a separate live stream on that track. That's another track of mine, Heartbreaking Men. Much more recent. I released that one. Could have been last month, but yeah, that one was fun. I could talk about that, go into detail on that one at some point. Cedar says it's a great song and video. I don't usually comment on videos on YouTube. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. I guess I don't either. You know, I guess I don't. I'll be honest. I'm not too concerned about you know, a lot of likes and no comments. I just, you know, I just find it interesting that sometimes like some videos get a lot of comments, like Heartbreaking Men, like what Kate was saying, because I have seen the number of comments, and you know, but I guess it's different for other videos. Like sometimes there are no comments, but you know, a sustainable amount of likes. I'm completing. Oh, Kate's completing one of my vids now. So she's making another video for me, which is very sweet. You know, I'm very grateful that she's doing that. I cannot wait to see what this video is. I've not slept much this week, so apologies. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We don't all get the best sleep, you know. I wouldn't say I get the best sleep. I found myself having to take naps in the middle of the day because of my poor sleep schedule. But I feel like that's just a lot of people. Sometimes we just forget to sleep at the appropriate times. Anywho, thanks you two for hanging out. It's been an honor and a pleasure talking to you on this medium. And to anyone who watches this long after I've finished the stream, you know, thanks for checking it out. Thanks for being here, and yeah, for watching. I think that'll do it. I don't think there's anything else that I have for this, you know, for this particular stream. I don't have anything else planned. But yeah, this was me breaking down one of my tracks, and yeah, it was fun to talk about it, answer some questions, you know. I'd love to do it again. I think this was great. And yeah, we'll see what... Let me know if you have requests for tracks you'd like to see me break down. Because I know there's one, the other one that I have a video for on here, Heartbreaking Men. We want more. Haha, kidding. DW, good stream. Hey, I'll make more streams. You know, I absolutely could. I could honestly give this a go, and maybe even be better at streaming in the process, because we can only hope to do better at things. Anyway, yeah, I think this will be it for this stream. But yeah, if you have requests for songs you'd like me to talk about, I'd be happy to share insight. You know, Yeah, just let me know. Let me know if you'd like to hear about a particular thing that I've made. If you are a fan, of course. But yeah, I think I'll sign off now. Thanks again for coming around, checking this out. Uh, Also, check out Susan Hayward's. Check out her work. Give her a follow. She's incredible. Does really cool things. Cool. Have a good night, folks. Hey, you have a good night too, or a good day or something. Thanks again for being here. I'm now going to, well, if I can manage it, I'm now going to end the stream. Yeah, this may take a while. Yeah, Kate, no problem, no problem. You deserve the hype. I truly think so. Yeah, let's bump her up to 600 subscribers. How about that? She's at 546. Yeah, let's get more eyes and ears and stuff. Why not? I guess eyes specifically because she does she primarily does video editing. But yeah. But yeah, here's in terms of some of the other brilliant producers that she makes videos for, some really good stuff. All right, I won't leak too much of your of your catalog on my stream, but whatever. Okay, let's show all windows. There we go. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Have a good day, night, etc. And I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.